Hello, Mr. Thomas. Firstly, thank you so much for your patience. I truly, legitimately, and sincerely appreciate it. Well, it is your time. It's your day. This is really nice condition, 7A. This is an unusual model. I've only seen, gosh, maybe one or two of these. This is from the whole like Age of Discovery thing that started then. And they came out, Seiko produced a number of sort of throwback watches, like this one. That's a 7A 4A with the moon phase. That's a cool watch. Anyway, but that's what this is. It's a 7A 2/8 movement, so it's the usual 15 joules. In my opinion, still the greatest overall quartz movement made. I mean, there are a lot of beautiful quartz movements around, but this was the first analog quartz chronograph ever made. Boy, it's a nice shape. You got a few hits on the crystal, but almost no wear on the case. Ah, that's nuts. That's beautiful. Little coin edge. Doesn't look like it's ever been taken apart. The hands are perfect. What I always look for is, like, if you look around the surface of the hand around the post, it's perfectly flat. Sometimes when people don't know what they're doing, the edges sort of dish upwards. Okay, well, first things first, let me pull the strap off. There that is. I already loosened up the case back. What do we got going on here? Well, somebody was doing something funky. Darn it. Yeah, somebody was in here doing something funky. This spring, it's a friction spring to make sure that the main chronograph sweep hand stops nice and cleanly. So that's a little bent. I'll need to clean that up, straighten that out some. No water got in, that's really good. Wee bit dirty, a little hazy. Let's see, I just want to test to make sure we're running. This is not the correct size battery, it's too flat, but let's see what we got. Okay, timekeeping works. Main sweep works. One-tenth second works. Ah, look at that. 30-minute timer works. Yes. Okay, fully functional. Good to go. All right, well, let's rip it apart. Let's get this incorrect battery out of here. Come on. I mean, it would work. It's just needs to be taller. Oh, come on. Oh, right. Right. That's not going to do that job. Well, we know it's running. 15 joules. Nothing to it but to do it. Let's rip it down. Nope, not right. Yeah, it's a real good thing that we didn't get any water in these. These are the ones that are always like 7As do not enjoy being exposed to water. Not one bit. Ooh, that one was loose. Gosh, I'm astonished this thing was running. That's the main power connection. That's loose too. Oh, that one's okay. Yeah, I don't think this one's really been ever been messed with. Yep, no rust, no corrosion. Good. Let's put that in there. This is your circuit right there. Yeah, these were amazing when they came out. It was not only the first analog quartz chronograph, but it actually this thing has 4 separate trains for each one of those things that I tested. There is your circuit. Come on, there we go. Yep, looking nice. Looking nice. Good. Put that there. Look at the plating. Ah, it's beautiful. Okay. I'm going to get those coils out of there. Seven A's are fun. They're also a serious challenge to do correctly because the main bridge on them has 7 pivots per side. Hang on a second. Cat's yelling at the door. I have to go have a conversation with her. Okay. Oh. There we go. Come on. There we go. as warm in here as I'd like. Okay, cool. Gosh, Seiko put a lot of work into these dials. Enamel. Oh, right. And there we go. Now these dials are not dated on the back because they don't have any luminous material. And that was the big deal. No luminous material. Amazing. Look at the engineering that went into this. Seiko went all out, 100%. Crazy. Okay, so now... Oh, right. You're going to hear some bonking. The kids just came home from school. Okay, let's get into the train. There it is. There's that friction spring. I'll straighten that out. Come on now. Come on. Get out of there. And are we blow? Look at that. There's a fingerprint on the underside of this bridge. I can see it. That's weird. I'd swear that this watch had never been taken apart. No, I don't see any. There's no signatures in the back. That's really wild.
Just forewarning, Sebastian's probably going to scream.
Okay. Here's your main sweep. Now here's your trouble. Well, not your trouble. For people who ever got water in these things, these are the little clicker levers for the actuators for the buttons. In those things, water gets in through the buttons first, and then they rust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I was thinking 7. I don't know why I didn't think about that 9. Well, I guess maybe I didn't count those two, because I don't really have to put these, but the rest of these, man, you have to drop all these pivots at the same time. It is crazy. It's a lot of work. So I'm going to pull this train. I've got to do the keyless works, and then I have to do this. And that is always a challenge. I've broken pivots taking them out too, because it's just, they're very, very delicate. It's an extremely durable design, but they're just, you got to be careful. So I'm going to cut here, and I will come back after we get to the next stage. Well, I was sitting here ripping this apart, and I'm like, I've been doing this for a while. I've done these a few times. I think I can probably rip this one apart on camera. So I've got some of my parts already there, but I've got two more. I've got two more bridges, including the main bridge and also the keyless works. So let's strip them, because I gotta do it anyway. Why not do it?
I just need the tape because I have to.
Okay, you have all the tape you want. I've been meaning to tell you, you gotta lean into life. Yeah, these movements are a marvel. They really are. 15 joules. Part of the reason that that's so crazy is that quartz watches don't, because of the nature of how they're driven, they don't actually need joules. You can make them out of plastic if you wanted, because the trains are unstressed. Unlike a modern movement, or I'm sorry, mechanical movement, where you have the mainspring is always pushing the train, pushing everything over. These things, it just does a stepper motor, and every time it goes click, that's it. It just runs a little impulse through. So having joules bushings is overkill. Never mind joules. Having 15 joules, what that says is that Seiko was 100% in. Look at that, all metal. I mean, you compare that to, where in the heck did I put it? Here. Here is a modern 7T wheel. Plastic. Doesn't mean they don't work well. They do work well. It's just Seiko went bananas when they were doing this. And here's your baby. There's the stepper motor. One of the most critical things you got to do when you're working on any quartz, regardless of how the train is built or what materials it's made of, is you've got to clean off the stepper motors every single time. Because if there's any kind of debris inside of any kind that's magnetic, it'll stick to the stepper motor, and then there's no way to get it off without doing what I'm doing right there. A little bit of rotoco and you roll it along, and it gets rid of all the filth. Wait, where did it go? Where's my stepper motor? Oh, it's all the way the heck over there. Must have flicked it. Ugh, would you stop that? That's one of the things. They have very strong magnets in them. Oh, would you knock it off there? Gosh. Okay. So that was the 30-minute counter hand. I already took the 1/10 second apart. Now here is the magic trick. This main bridge, and everything is all nested up through it. Sorry about the sniffing, folks. Allergies. Okay. Uh-oh. It's another thing. Touching the stepper motor magnetized my tweezers, which is why we have a demagnetizer. Look at the train. Isn't that wild? So there's the main train. Time setting. This is part of the chronograph, the sweep seconds hand. Let's lay those out in the line. Oops. God, putting this thing together is just buckets of fun. Maybe you wouldn't be surprised how much time it takes, but oh my gosh, it takes a lot of time getting one of these things back together, because it's so easy to snap a pinion. And there's that stepper motor again. So there you are. So when you're dropping this thing, all these pinions, including this, that's your chronograph hand stepper motor right there. This stepper motor is for timekeeping. See, look, and you can't pull out the spacer block without, you have to take the keyless works apart. So it's like in for a penny, in for a pound. which means we've got to take apart the keyless works. Oops, magnetized. I'll take that apart in just a second. And that's part of the hacking mechanism. Yes, hang on. Here, come on now. Oh, yeah. And so that finally exposes this spacer block. You have all the engineering that just went into this piece. And so that gets us down to the train. To the center wheel. There's your cannon pinion, because it's one of these types where you've got this center section, which is just a stamped wheel, and it's a friction fit where it slides right there where those three junctions come into the middle, and those have to be lubricated correctly. Anyway, that's a lot of it. Not all of it. I already took some of it apart, but come on, man. Marvel of engineering. It blows my mind that these watches are so inexpensive. They're so affordable. What amazing technology, quality, production. Part of the reason I wanted to take this apart so you could see what these things are like inside. Beautiful. Okay, now it's time to take your case apart. Well, I've already taken it apart. There's your bezel. Here's your original crystal. Put that over there. Now it's time to pull these buttons out. They have incredibly tiny little circlips. And they just love to launch themselves into orbit. Okay, there's one. If these seals are anything like your crown seals, they are as hard as rock. Oh, come on now. Get out of there. There we go. Okay. Thankfully, though, they're pretty common. So if you do lose them, you can get more. Seiko used them in a lot of their quartz watches. I think you can even still buy them. Like you can like order them still because Seiko still makes them, which is kind of rare for Seiko to still make something. Yeah. It's a little dusty. And there is one of your button gaskets. Right there. Exciting stuff. Interesting. These are smaller than the... Interesting. And that, of course, you take the seals out, and that allows us to disassemble the buttons. There we go. Wow, look at that. Look at the fuzz. That is some serious fuzz action. And this seal is junk. That seal is garbage. Yep, hard as plastic. And it came out in pieces, shattered. Fuzzy. Come on now. And there's that one, came off in one piece too. Squishy. Well, we're going to get some new ones in there for you, and you can play with the old ones. All told, man, it's pretty fine. It's got some fuzzies in it, but not much. Like almost nowhere either on the high points. That's wild. Yucky. Well, that's cool. So let us, let me break it down. Well, it's already broken down. Let me clean everything, and after I run everything through the cleaners and get it done, I'll be right back, and we'll put it together. Here we are. Whoops, I didn't want that to go over there. Give me that. So, come on. There's your case. All clean. Ditto for your bezel. And rebuild that and put that together. There's your movement. It is running. I am going to now rebuild all of your buttons and get the case assembled. Then I can put the finished movement in, and I can get to the timing, accuracy. Yeah, these are world-class watches. World-class. Okay, let me get on it. There she is, all freshly serviced. Cool. So I am working on the accuracy adjustment of your 7A, which is here. It's my fabulous Seiko-made QT99. Beautiful, amazing piece of business with these Nixie tubes and beautiful old technology, but it works very, very well. So this is tenths and hundredths. So this is about 1.5 seconds a day gaining. No, I'm sorry, 1/10 of a second per day gaining. Yes. So that's super accurate. I'm going to, this as they run in, they tend to drop a little bit. The rate's going to drop and it'll cut in to where it needs to be. But I'm going to keep checking it. Yeah, see? Cool. That's how we do it. Okay, Mr. Thomas, there we go. All clean, new crystal, all new seals, fully serviced, new battery, good to go. I did some research on these. These are apparently they really are one of the rarer 7As. And this one was made apparently specifically for the Italian market. It's in super nice condition. It's a really nice watch. And it's all ready to go. So I thank you so much for your patience, but we're good to go, and we're going to get this out to you, and that should be that. Thank you very much again.